We tend to idolize our weaknesses above God's purposes in our lives. And I'll tell you what that means. I'm in a place where I'm currently experiencing a different version of myself. And it even sounds like for the worst, because every day I'm faced with my own inadequacies. I am seeing my flaws. They are right before me, like this. And sometimes it can get very overwhelming when you're like, where's this one coming from, right? And I think this ties into a video. I actually made the video earlier, but it wasn't looking good, so I wanted to re-record that video. And what I was seeing in essence in that video is that most of the time, we tend to idolize our weaknesses above God's purposes in our lives. And I'll tell you what that means. You see, when God approaches anybody, especially the Bible record that we have, you would notice that the first thing that it presents before God as a defense for not fulfilling purpose are their weaknesses. So God comes to Gideon, and Gideon says, "Oh, I am the least in my father's house, and my father's house is the least in the clan," or something like that. God comes to Moses, and Moses starts saying, "Oh, I'm a stammerer. People will not listen to me. I cannot speak." God speaking through those angels. So Abraham saying that by this time next year you have your own child, and Sarah is laughing, obviously thinking like, "Okay, do you guys know how old I am?" And I think what we fail to understand, and I'm speaking to myself on this, is that God, two things actually. Number one is that God's purposes in your life, or God's plan for your life, also factored in your weaknesses. God is not just carrying that information for the first time when Moses said, "Oh, I'm a stammerer." God definitely knew. But if God will come to you regardless, it means that you should, instead of presenting your weaknesses before God as a reason of superior purpose, rather, I think the what we should do is to ask God for how He wants to do what He wants to do through us, despite these weaknesses, right? So yeah, I'm in that situation in my life where I'm seriously saying things. I'm like, "God, I beg, like, God, just help me. You have to help me." Not that idea, right? So I'm just learning not to idolize my weaknesses and not raise my weaknesses above what God can do through my life. For you, it might be your background. You're idolizing the weakness of your background, like, "Oh God, don't you know that I'm from a poor background?" Or, "Don't you know that people in my family are this, or don't you know that I'm struggling with this addiction? Don't you know that this is this such?" No matter what it is you want to say, as long as God has placed into your heart to do that thing, He has made provisions for it. God has definitely made provisions for it. If I was thinking of this in regards to time, that if God planned it in such a way that in 24 hours there will be night and day, and we are complaining that, "Oh God, I need 1 more hour or 5 more hours," God is wise. Really, God is wise. Maybe we'll need to remind ourselves that God is really wise, and He knows. So when He places a demand upon us, He knows our provision has already been made for us. God is not somebody that will send you on a journey and expect you to create your own resources for the journey. Everything that God will ask of you to do, He has put in you the resources and the capacity to do it. Whether you now discover that or you maximize it is something entirely different. I hope this is helpful to somebody. Whatever it is you feel is a weakness, take it before God. Tell Him, "God, Lord, you have called me to do this. This is what I'm saying. How do you want us to go about this?" And I think that's why I love the response of Mary. The angel came And she said, "Oh, how would this thing be? I'm a virgin. I've never been with a man." And he said, the angel told her how it will happen, right? And she said, "Let it be unto me according to your word." So maybe that's our response today, is just let it be unto me according to your word, O Lord. I will not raise my weaknesses above the power of God to what me or to me. Uh thank you for coming tonight. Bye.